Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. So, before we dive into today's episode, which is Dorit Kemsley revealing what the real issue with her and Kyle Richards is, the question is, do we actually believe her, or is there something deeper going on? And she shares what PK said about the co star and more. So before we dive in, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. It is an easy way to support the channel, and I would really appreciate it. So with that, let's dive right on in. So this is according to Reality Blurb. It says, Dorit Kemsley addressed, quote, the problem that led to her issues with Kyle Richards, clapped back at Sutton Strack's recent insults, and hinted at what it might take to reconcile with her estranged husband, PK Kemsley. In a trailer for the upcoming season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle and Dorit feuded harder than perhaps they ever have in their friendship. Meanwhile, Sutton recently suggested that Dorit is pretty due to plastic surgery and that she spends above her means. On Page Six's Virtuality Tea podcast, Dorit first discussed her issues with Kyle. I wasn't prepared to go into another season with Kyle without sitting in front of her and saying, you know what? It's time to put it on the table. Let's be real. Let's be honest, said Dorit. Because if we're not friends and we're not going to be, that's fine. I'm okay with it. Ooh, that is a pretty, I don't like you and I never have liked you and I am totally done pretending like I've ever liked you in my life quote. Dorit was just like, look, if we're not friends, that's fine with me because I never really rocked with you in the first place. You know, I've always believed that Dorit and Kyle were just friends out of convenience. You know, Dorit needed someone to give her cover and relevancy on the show. Kyle was the perfect person for that, you know, being a covert producer on the show. Kyle likes to have people around her who are yes people. Dorit fell in line as long as she got that Bravo check. But now that, you know, everybody was shaking things up, producer says people need to come or people are getting fired. Dorit realized, you know what, I don't need Kyle's cover anymore because Kyle doesn't have cover anymore. You know, the producers are telling Kyle she has to step up. So if Kyle is on the line, then Dorit is sure as hell on the line. So she's basically like, look, I used you. I don't need to be friends. What? That's basically how I feel about it. But let's see. I also think a big reason why they have a falling out is because I think Lisa Rinna has been in both of their ears. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think once Lisa Rinna got fired, she was pissed. I think she thought that she was the show. And so now she's in Kyle's ear. Dorit is saying this. Now she's in Dorit's ear. Kyle is saying that. And I think that is a big issue of what's going on in their friendship too. But let's keep going. The problem is that for Kyle and I, she hadn't been somebody that I could lean on for a sustained period of time she went on. And that was the issue. Dorit claims she wants to be around true friends who reciprocate. In a recent interview, Kyle hinted that something happened off camera that made her question her friendship with Dorit. I don't know specifically what Kyle's referring to because I think sometimes Kyle can pull things from all over the place to try to make a point, but she's not really making a point, said Dorit. I think that when you're elusive and you don't give a clear answers, it's hard to understand. That coming from Dorit is rich because as we know, Dorit says a lot of nothing all of the time, very long-winded, but not actually getting to any type of point. So for Dorit to say that, that's pretty rich. And also, I think she's lying. I think she knows why Kyle is beefing with her, which is why she admits, however, that she understands, quote, to some degree what Kyle was alluding to. So, Dorit, stop lying. You and Lisa Rinna were talking crap about Kyle. Lisa went back and told it. And that's when Kyle got pissed at you. Also, don't forget the rumors about Dorit and Mauricio allegedly having some type of sexually inappropriate relationship. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But things that were said in a moment where things weren't good or reliving it, it's going to spark an emotion that's going to make you question your friendship, she said cryptically. You don't go backwards. Dorit shared that her estranged husband PK watched the first episode of the season and he told Dorit, I see what Kyle's doing. Look, Dorit, stop trying to act like you and PK are on the same page. Number one, you were mad at Kyle because Kyle and PK were texting each other and in communication. I think they're texting because they're comparing notes. The first thing you're going to do, if there's a rumor that your spouse is having an affair with someone that you know, is reach out to their spouse to see what they know. That's what I think that is, okay? Despite everything, Dorit thinks she and Kyle were able to move forward in this season. But as for Sutton, Dorit called her a bitch. This is Sutton, said Dorit of her co-star's recent insults. Am I surprised? No. This is what Sutton likes to do. It's who she thinks that she now has become. The person who likes the attention and headlines. But according to Dorit, Sutton doesn't handle the consequences well. You cannot cower and just say, oh, I need to do better. I just need to be a better friend. It's just a cycle. We need to get off the merry-go-round, she explained. Dorit said she had no plastic surgery other than her boobs. Dorit, stop lying. Dorit, stop lying. Your whole body and face and your hair is different. You are a different person, baby boo-boo. It's more than just your boobs. And when people lose weight, your body shape becomes what it is, but your body shape is different. Like your hair is different, your face is different, your bone structure is different, your body structure is different. And you want to say the only plastic surgery you got is your boobs? Didn't the at her home nurse sue you for unpaid medical bills because she took care of you after plastic surgery that wasn't your boobs? Dorit, you got to come all the way correct. And it's more than fillers. It's more than Botox. You look like a completely different person. And that's no tea, no shade. If you want to get plastic surgery, knock yourself out. You want to get Botox, a nip and a tuck, and a quack and a whack, do what you want to do. But I do think there needs to be a level of honesty about it. That's just what I think. That's just me. Do what you want to do, but don't pretend like you didn't do it. Okay, girl? Anyway, Sutton was insinuating that I had plastic surgery to be pretty, she said. And I was thinking to myself, well, why hasn't Sutton done it then? She can afford vodka and plastic surgery, so why hasn't she done it if it's that easy? As for her separation from PK, Dorit hinted they would have to do work to reach a reconciliation. If we both want to do it, I think it can only help us in the future. And whether we head to divorce, whether we head to reconciliation, whether we are best friends, I think we need to remain amicable. We need to be friends, she continued. But I think for PK and I to rush back into reconciliation, we would do ourselves a disservice because we got here. And I think that the idea was to take some time apart in order to reassess, to do the work, and then either come back stronger or find a way to just make sure that communication is always at its best. Look, you need to communicate with your real estate agent because word on the curb is that you and PK are about to be homeless out on the street and that your house in Beverly Hills is in pre-foreclosure because you missed 4 mortgage payments. So who cares about reconciling your fake, sham, fraudulent marriage? You need to worry about where are you and your children going to be sleeping, because PK seems to be comfortable in London. PK seems to be comfortable at the Beverly Hills Hotel or the Beverly Hilton hotels, wherever he's staying. So where are you and your children going to be comfortable at if you guys get kicked out of your house? So I think Dorit, ding dong Dorit, before you clap back at Sutton for making a very obvious statement about your physical appearance, before you clap back at Kyle, who probably heard all the crap you talked about her, at least Serena, who probably feels some type of way because you are touching and flirting and smelling her husband. Before you clap back at them, maybe you need to pay your bills, pay your mortgage, not get you and your children kicked out of your house. How about that? So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about this feud. Whose side are you on, Dorit or Kyle's, if anyone's? And are you watching the upcoming season? I know I am. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.